Hi, I'm TakiyahLouise. Thanks for clicking through to view this video. Yesterday, I went out and I had a really great walk. I was out there for an hour and 20 minutes, but unfortunately, I got a little bit too much sun and my skin started to flare up. I've got these little tiny bumps. They're really dry feeling and itchy, and under my eyes is a little bit darker. And you can really see on my hand here that there's a lot of little bumps, and this is typically what happens when I get too much sun exposure, and I just get these little tiny bumps of like heat rash or whatever it is, and it flares up and it's really itchy, and then it dries out and it kind of like gets really flaky and just like sloughs off. The skin just falls off. So that's kind of what I'm working with today. Last night, I wasn't feeling too good because of the sun exposure, so I went to sleep early. And this morning, I woke up early, so I decided to go to the gym, and I got there about half an hour earlier than normal, and it was packed. There were so many people there this morning, but still I got in and I was able to do all the filming that I needed to do, although I did have to be kind of strategic because I didn't want to record the people that were on like the treadmills and the ellipticals too much. So I did my some of the exercises out of sequence. But let me see, today was an upper body day, and I started off with the lat pull downs, and I kept all the weights the same except for one machine. But with the lat pull down, that was 75 pounds, and I did that one. And the lighting is a little off today because it was darker in the gym this morning because I got there, like I said, a half an hour earlier before I normally would when the sun would be coming up or would be up. So it's a little off today. But then after the lat pull down, I went over and I did the seated over. It was either the seated overhead press or the chest press, and that was at 50 pounds. And again, with the motions on these machines, you can hold your hands like this and press up, or you can hold your hands like, let me see, like this for the overhead, or like this. I can't remember it, but you can hold your hands this way or you can hold your hands this way, and this way always proves to be a lot harder than the alternative way. But I always try to do one of each just so I can get the different I guess maybe it works different muscles, I don't know, but I always try to do one of each of the hand movements just to get both areas covered. And then let's see, with the bicep curl, I believe is what I went to next. I did that at 25 pounds, and this is really becoming a machine that I like. I won't say it's easy for me to do the curling motion, but at 25 pounds, it's just enough challenge. And then the next weight up is like 37.5, and that's too much for me. So I'm sticking at 25 pounds. And aside from the machine that I did up the weight on, which I'll talk about in just a second, like I said, I kept all the weights the same as last week. And I think now that I have figured out that these weights work, I'm going to keep sticking on this. Like yesterday, on Monday, I finally did my final weight raise for my leg day, and I am locked in on those weights now. So I'm going to be locking in on this upper body weights too. So then I did the tricep machine, and I can always do the tricep machine at more weight, and I did it at 50 pounds, and I made my way through all the sets on that, and it was again challenging for the last few reps, and I did have to pause a little bit because and I don't know if this is a problem or not, but sometimes when I do the motion to move down, my elbows come off the pad, so that kind of throws me off. But I try to stick my elbows down to the pad and complete the motion. But like I said, sometimes they come up, so I don't know if that's bad or not, but that's something that I'm going to work on, keeping my arms kind of pinned to the pad, or the armrest is what I mean when I say pad. So I finished up those tricep extensions, and then I did the ab crunch machine. And again, I stuck that at 100 pounds, which is what I did last time. And I could really feel the crunch this time. Like when I started, I scooted my butt back off of the seat a little bit so I could kind of, when I came down, I came down to like a full crunch motion. And at 100 pounds, it was of 100 pounds on the machine and doing the crunch motion, I've started to feel it like at the top of my abs. So that is like an improvement, because before I didn't really feel it too much, but today I felt it. And I think that doing this at 100 pounds is really good for me. And I'm going to keep it there, like I said. And then the machine that I did change something on was the seated row. And before I did that at 87.5 pounds. And the time before that one, I did it at 50. So in the last couple of weeks, I've been raising it. So I started at 50, and then I went to 87.5. And something today just told me to try 100. And I got them all done, but I did have to take more breaks. And when I was taking the breaks, I was just thinking, should I just go back down the weight to the 87.5? But then I just kind of stuck with it at 100. So I don't know. It was really hard to do though. And the way the machine was set up, like the chest pad was kind of stuck in a position to where I couldn't adjust it. So I was kind of lean with my arms way back, and I could barely reach the handle, so that my hands were on there and they were kind of like loose because I couldn't get a full grip. So maybe that contributed to it being a little harder for me today. I don't know. But next time I'm going to make sure that I can adjust the seat pad to come a little closer and then get like a full grip on the bar, so that I can, when I pull back, I can have a firm grip on the handles. And then this way as well. I do both ways, just so I can have a firmer grip on the handle, and maybe it won't be so challenging for me. But at 100 pounds, I really felt it like my muscles were activated, and I really, really enjoy that, because I'm in the gym to work out my muscles and to lose weight and to lose fat. And I think that if I keep going, I know this is just the beginning. I've only been experimenting with the weight machine since January, and it's the 26th today of February. So just about 2 months. So I'm still very, very new. And then even this month in February is when I just started officially doing like a routine. Whereas in January, I was just going through and testing out and seeing how the different machines work. But February 1st or February 2nd, I don't know, was the day that I really kind of locked in and decided to start on an actual weightlifting program where I'm doing something with weights 3 times a week at least, and then 3 times a week with like the mobility stretching and treadmill walking and stuff like that. So I think with continued use or continued doing of these workouts that I've decided to do for myself, I think I can see some improvement. And I'm excited to see when I keep going what I'll be looking like by summer. I'm hoping that I'll be down closer to my goal of 199, because right now I'm 221, and in the beginning of February, I said I wanted to be in the 220s by the end of the month. So I've got 2 more days to lose like 1.5 pounds. We'll see if that happens. If not, I'm still going to be proud of the weight that I lost, because I was 225 at the beginning of the month. So any little bit counts, and I'm not going to get discouraged if I don't hit 220, but it would be nice to get there. But yeah, so I'm going to keep doing the workouts every day that I can, and I'm just going to keep making progress and working towards my goals to, like I said, my first goal is to be 199 pounds, and hopefully that comes sooner than later, but I think it will if I continue to buckle down and do what I need to do. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Anything you do is greatly appreciated. Remember to be a good human, and until the next video, and until the next video, take care.